welcome back to Cooking with Casey. Today we are making something that's really fun. We are going to be making cloud bread. Now cloud bread is basically a soft meringue, which is a type of dessert. So this isn't really gonna taste the same as normal bread, but it's really fun to make, and I really think it's delicious. So I only need really 3 ingredients to make this cloud bread happen, but I'm gonna add a couple extra things. So the 3 main ingredients that you guys will need to make the cloud bread are egg whites, cornstarch, and sugar, just regular sugar. I'm also going to add in some vanilla extract and some rainbow sprinkles because you guys know me by now. I really like rainbow things. I really like sprinkles. I just like adding happy, fun colors to things. So I'm gonna add some rainbow sprinkles to it to make it a funfetti cloud bread. So what we're gonna start off with today is we are gonna take our eggs, and we're gonna crack them and separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. So I'm just gonna split my egg like that, and then I'm gonna kind of toss it back and forth between the shell and, well, the top of the shell and the bottom of the shell. And then kind of let it go back and forth, trying to let that egg white separate out. Come on, egg whites. It's not gonna want to go. That's okay. All right, last one. Now I will say, if you accidentally drop the whole egg in there, you can always scoop it back up with the top and bottom of the eggshells. It's not that hard. Because until you actually break the yolk and start stirring it in, it usually stays pretty good together. Again, not wanting to come out. Oh well. All right, I'm gonna wipe off my hands because they are sticky now. All right, so I'm going to quickly whisk together my egg whites just a little bit so that they get all nice and combined and kind of frothy. All right, so now we have that lovely frothy consistency, and we are going to add in about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons worth of sugar. So I'm gonna, hopefully you guys can see this. There's about 1, 2, and I'm okay if it spills a little bit more. It's all right. 3. And then I'm gonna stir that in just a little bit. And next, I'm gonna add in the cornstarch. We only need a little bit more than a tablespoon of the cornstarch, so what I like to do is just get a bigger scoop of it with the tablespoon instead of getting out smaller ones to do the excess. So I'm just gonna let it be a little bit more than it needs to be. Just like that. And then I'm going to stir that in as well. All right. So at the beginning of this cloud bread stage, when it's still really wet, I like to use a hand mixer to kind of get it all combined and started. And then after that, we're gonna go in with the whisk. So let me show you what this looks like really quick. So now it's all nice and combined. It's not lumpy anymore. We have it all mixed together. So once it's to this point, we're going to take the whisk and we are going to whisk this for a very long time. Now, when I first ever made a batch of cloud bread, I thought there's no way this is ever going to whisk up the way I think it's going to. I promise it will get there. It just takes a lot of whisking. If you have a hand mixer that has a whisk attachment to it, you can use that. If you have a big stand-up mixer that has a whisk attachment, you can use that as well. But if you have only a hand whisk, then that's gonna be how you have to do it. It's just gonna take a little while. So you guys could take turns mixing it if you want to. But today, I'm going to just speed up the video for you so that you guys don't have to watch me mix it for a really, really long time. So I'm going to just give you a whole segment of really fast mixing for the next several minutes until I get to where I am. So let's tune into really fast mixing time. Here we go. Now that I've whisked for a very long time, it's getting almost to the point where it's done. Once you've whisked it for a while, it should have some form of a peak. It's almost there. So I'm gonna add in my vanilla extract. Into this. Get it all nice and combined. All right, so you want to see it where those ribbons are not going back into each other. So it's not really soupy, that peak is sticking up. So now the fun part. I'm going to put in my sprinkles. Sprinkles. Now you guys can do food coloring if you want to. I did that on a little video that I used to show you guys what cloud bread looks like last week. I used blue, pink works, whatever you want to put in there. But today I wanted to do sprinkles. I'm just gonna kind of fold it into it. Okay. So this should be stiff enough that it kind of can hold up and it doesn't completely run down. And then I'm going to kind of pat those last ones in. There we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bake this at 300 degrees. I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna bake it at 300 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. It might need more depending on how much you make. It kind of depends on the oven too. But once it's firm on the outside, you can take it out. I had just made a lovely thing of it a little bit ago. And this one should be kind of cooled off by now. You'll probably have to wait. So it's already cooled off. I can handle this. But whenever it's done, look at that! Fun. I'm actually really happy because I didn't know if the sprinkles would work. I created that. I hadn't found a real recipe that used it. This makes me very happy. So yeah, after that, you guys can do with it what you want. You can make these flat and make them more like a pancake. You can make them really small like cookies. You can put powdered sugar on this. You can put maple syrup on this. Or you can just, oh, strawberries. Or you can eat it like this. Personally, it has a little bit of an egg flavor, so I think it tastes a little bit like French toast before you put anything else on it. So putting some sweet stuff on it would be so good. Blueberries, ooh, that would taste really good. But for now, I'm just gonna eat this. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!